Yo, listen up, it's your boy Birch in the his house. Plan so slick, gonna make your pockets house. I got an app that's gonna change your life. But before you download, let me slice through the strife. They say the earth's a globe, but I beg to differ. I'll make you believe, I'll make you shiver. Spectroscopy needs a container, that's my claim. I've got no clue, I just hang my head in shame. Yo, listen up, it's your boy Dirt H in the his house. That's the horse house. Got a plan so slick, gonna make your pockets house. I got an app that's gonna change your life. But before you download, let me slice through the strife. They say the earth's a globe, but I beg to differ. I'll make you believe, I'll make you shiver. Spectroscopy needs a container, that's my claim. I've got no clue, I just hang my head in shame. Block runner, that's the line I'm preaching. Sell my app, it's what I'm seeking. Fake challenge, try your luck. While I'm laughing, pocketing a buck. I'm a scammer.
I'm a scammer.
I'm a scammer.
I'm a scammer.
Flat earth, that's the lie I'm preaching. Sell my app, it's what I'm seeking. Fake challenge, try your luck. While I'm laughing, pocketing a buck. I'm a scammer.
I'm a scammer.
I'm a scammer.
I'm a scammer.
Yo, Dave Weiss is a scammer. Talk about Antarctica, the icy place. Offered a free trip, dangled it in my face, but I won't go. It's not about thrift. I'm staying home, gotta protect my grift. I'm a scammer. I'm a scammer. Yo, Dave Weiss is a scammer. Talk about Antarctica, that icy place. Offered a free trip, dangled it in my face, but I won't go, it's not about thrift. I'm staying home, gotta protect my grift. I'm a scammer. Antarctica, that icy place. Offered a free trip, dangled it in my face, but I won't go, it's not about thrift. I'm staying home, gotta protect my grift. I'm a scammer. The scammer, I play the game. Gonna hustle hard, gonna rise to fame. But remember one thing, it's all a ploy. To make that green, I'll be your decoy. So if you wanna join, come take my hand. But beware the tricks, it's all planned. T-I-T-R-H, that's my name. In the world of scams, I got the fame.
I'm a scammer.
Welcome everybody to MC Toon Live, where it's always Tuesday night. I'm your host, MC Toon, and tonight with me I have on screen in just a second, I've got the amazing Craig FTFE. How you doing?
Doing fantastic. Now, I've just sent a super chat to you because I thought it was a very important question that I feel needs answering. So could you please just address the super chat I've sent?
Sure. It says, I hear a rumor. Can you confirm Dirt's a scammer and his app leaks people's info? In fact, those two things are true. He's a scammer. And he's a scammer. And if anybody's curious, the link in the description is a link to Dirt's insecure API. A secure API would require authentication in order to view that link. You can click it right now to see for yourself whether or not he has enabled authentication yet. This particular link is to a feature that was exposed as insecure in 2021 by Mr. 42 and several other people. It was supposed to have been fixed in 2021, but today in 2024, it is currently open. If people want to confirm or not confirm, I heard earlier today that it was still running. And anyway, so yes, Flat Earth Dave, just go ahead.
If you look at my screen, well, there it is.
Oh, well, there it is. Yep. That was supposed to have been fixed in 2021. But people pay an extra $11 a year for that. but he also gives it away for free, thereby scamming every single one of them out of $11 a year when that's a free feature. Apparently, I'm off feeding back.
To me?
Yeah, I'm from you. Echo. No, it went away.
Gone.
Maybe.
Okay.
I don't know. Anyway, yes, and Icy Spin has a link there. People can go to that link that Icy Spin has, and you can I'll pin that comment there. There you go. You can go to that link, the Google Play Store, and note that they've been breached by the app, and the app ID is com.flatearthsun.app. It is
the options you need to select are basically the first ones that it's been a security breach, that it is insecure. It's literally the first options to choose as the reasons why you're reporting it. I've already had a response to say it's being investigated.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right, gotta get my tab going. All right, so a little update on it. So for those who don't know, many do, but a lot of information is on my Twitter, MCToon27. The app yesterday morning, I did a video announcing that it was insecure. I did not give details. People figured out the details. It's that bad. It's super easy to figure out. There's one glaring, whatever, obvious leak about some game leaderboard thing that was just one thing, zero effort. It would output a large number of people's PII, that's privately identifiable information, things like email address, street address, geolocation on the globe, gender, and in the clear password, a severe faux pas there. You never store the password in the clear. There's a process that you use to store it, and it's for free in APIs for almost anything you'd ever write. So it's basically low-hanging fruit to be secure, at least in having passwords.
The one thing that has been fixed, is their passwords are no longer visible.
Yeah, so yesterday during the day, that particular endpoint was removed. It didn't answer. And then apparently today that endpoint came back with, I'm told, everything in it except the password. Still a major security problem to be leaking every end user's or the list of people on the leaderboard geolocation. The leaderboard doesn't need your location, does it? But it's publicly available. That's the thing. There's no authentication required. So fixing it, removing the password doesn't change the fact that you're still leaking PII. What all of the same things minus the password is now being still leaked. But that's not the only one. There were others. I was tweeting yesterday to Dave. He didn't reply to me in tweets. Why not? Who knows? But I was saying there's more things out there. And he lied yesterday to his users, saying there was only 100 users affected, and it was a minor problem. While I was tweeting that it was more than that. Blatant lie. Absolute lie. He is trying aggressively to cover up the data. If you look at the Google Play Store, the app says that it does not store your data. It does store your data. The server is hosted in Finland. There are users in the EU. This is a violation of the GDPR as far as I'm aware. I'm not a lawyer, not my skill set. Check your lawyers. So it's my understanding that that's the type of thing that can get you in a lot of trouble. Furthermore, covering it up, blaming other people can also wind you up in trouble. Fine. Dave, I love watching. Keep going, Dave. Yeah. Anyway, how you doing, Craig? Craig.
Doing good. Yeah. Craig, yeah, there we go. I'm enjoying the fact that as I'm in the UK, he can't really sue me. Or attempt to. I can say whatever I want.
After all of the other legal issues that he may have, I don't know. I know. Not a lawyer.
Although saying FE Core did try to sue me. That was fun.
Well,
No, I had a
try.
picture from a lawyer in Scotland that they hired, and I just laughed at them when I phoned them. I was like, this is flat earthers, right? I never heard from them again. But, I'm on your channel now, so I'll say it here. Dave, your app's insecure and is leaking people's data. Way more than 100. In fact, we've just checked, and it returns that there's 204,000 users, and this is true. You can still do that right now, and we can go and see all the location of the people that you then charge £11 for. So sue MC2, if you want.
Well, you're the one that said it. It's on my channel. I don't know how that works, but good luck on that. Craig just told the truth. I don't know.
Yeah,
might
very
be
hard to sue liable when they say true things.
Yeah. So. Anyway, Dave, send it in the mail. I told you yesterday my street address. I'll put it right up here on the wall when I get the paper as a trophy. So I look forward to that. So anyway, but we are not here for that particular reason.
No, we aren't.
Coincidentally, we are covering a video by the same dearth that we started last week. So.
And in case anyone's not aware of what's going on, it was supposed to be tomorrow, but it's moved to next week because Jim Burr's had some change in his schedule. But Toon and I are going on the American comedian Jim Brauer's show on YouTube, Jim Brauer's Browenverse, who recently had Dave Weiss as a guest. Dave Weiss was allowed to spread lies, misinformation, and promote an unsafe and security risk app whilst on Jim's channel. Toon and I are going to be going on to hopefully correct these things that have happened. And by doing that, we are going to go over the video, at least the claims that Durf made to Jim, and succinctly and completely debunk each one of them for Jim.
So, all right. I'm prepping the scene here. Give me a second. How big do you want Craig? That's the question, people. Do you want him giant? Do you want him small? Do you want him...
I should be the entire screen.
You think so? I don't know. All right, hold on.
Right. Any plant experts know what's wrong with that one? It's not. It's dying, and I don't know why.
You haven't eaten enough of it.
I'm supposed to eat more of it?
I don't know. Don't you eat plants? Okay, here we go.
No, I've got my lemon tree here.
Yeah? That's actually lemons.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Right.
Like the lemons weigh more than the tree.
I know, it's so top heavy, it's crazy. Turns out that even if you bonsai a lemon tree, it still makes full-size lemons.
That's crazy. All right. All right. There we go.
So, yeah.
You ready?
Yeah. I mean, we're going to watch to do it. So, it's...
I gotta get ready.
Yeah. I'm just going to use my mason jar sent to me by NASA.
Okay, good. All right, here we go.
What's going on here? This is in the evening. I'll give you a hint. It's in the evening, so the sun is doing what? It's setting. It looks like it's going behind the curve, but this is how our eyes see.
Oh my gosh. Already. It doesn't take long for him to just lie. That's not how our eyes see. You're not even looking through an eye. You're looking through a camera. How dumb. That's so stupid.
From a camera going, this is how our eyes see. Why is it a camera?
But it's a camera. And this is glare when you don't have a solar filter on and the scene is generally dark, which is the case here. The sun is way overexposed and it's giant. It's not how big the sun actually is. So I'm guessing that what we're going to see is him lying about the size of the sun. Let's see.
Right? But when we zoom in on this, now our consumer optics have outgrown their lies. And when we zoom in.
All right. So here's what happens when you zoom in. The exposure of the camera changes. It's set to auto exposure. So right now, most of the scene is dark. You zoom in, most of the scene is bright. The exposure steps down to compensate and you get less glare.
Here comes the zoom. Ready? We zoom in, we realize it's not really setting. It's going away. We just can't see this space in between here. It goes away. This area becomes opaque and the sun just goes beyond it like this.
It doesn't become opaque. It gets to the sea and then gets blocked. What an asshole.
Here's what
And
opaque
so
means.
this area, this line, it looks like it's at your eye level, but it could be thousands of feet above your eye level.
What an absolute piece of trash.
So if his premise is correct and it's not partially set, there's still a gap there, and we can see it, and it's just how our eyes explain when, the sun isn't there at all.
Yeah. An hour later. Is it?
Yeah.
If you zoom in more? No. Right? He is intentionally speaking to people that will buy his crap. He's chosen marks that will buy his crap.
Because he's a scammer.
He's such a scammer. Like, he doesn't know anything about physics. He doesn't know anything about optics. He's just saying the things that he knows will fool people. Right?
How come the bot that I programmed isn't a mod on your channel?
The what? Oh, yeah. Hold on.
Bot.
Sorry.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was an oversight on my part. Remedy in place. There we go.
Yeah, if I'm going to program life, it needs to be,
Yeah. All right. Got it. Go.
I think I've mucked up a little bit, though. I think she's actually become sentient, and I don't know how to deal with it.
Yeah, there's a couple other bots that have gained sentience. Like, we thought Gary had gained sentience, but not really.
I mean, it's more instinct, isn't it?
I don't know. It's like, yeah, I mean, it's not even really a neural net. It's more of a fecal net.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
So right here, here's the sun.
Oh my gosh. This is such an, instantly. They do this constantly because they are so dishonest. When you're at the ocean, look at the top one. You can see the surface of the ocean. The top of it, the top of the water. The bottom one there, you don't see the top of the table.
No.
And they've put the coin on the table as if the sun is touching the surface of the earth.
Yeah, that would be a problem. They do realize the sun is what makes things hot. So, but the main problem is that the demonstration is given at the bottom there. Obviously, the camera lens is half below the table, right? And I don't know about you, Toon, but when I go to the beach, I don't bury my eyeballs halfway under the sand.
They constantly do this. It shows how incredibly dishonest they are. If there's ever any question about gotta lie to Flurf being absolutely true, this is it right here. This is it.
Him.
That's him. He is he is at the tip of the spear of the lies that is Flat Earth. That's Flat Earth Dave.
The worst thing is that Dave has been told that a lot of the things that he says are incorrect. And he knows they're incorrect. He's been told they're incorrect by Jeranism. Because I was saying, well, why'd you let him say these obvious lies? And he's like, well, prove to me that's a lie, and I'll tell him. And we did. And so the thing when he shows the NASA pictures, they're both from, one's NASA, Apollo 16, Apollo, he knows that that's a lie. He's been told by his apparent friend, it's a lie, and they still do it.
Yep. Dave doesn't care. Dave has one purpose: to sell his app. And he has done everything possible to sell it without focusing on the important part, telling the truth and security and anything else, right? The only thing that he cares about is selling that app, and he will do anything possible to sell the app. Like the Apollo, it was 9, 11, and 12. 9 didn't even go to the moon. But all the photos were from 11. I think he's taken that out of his presentation now, though.
General EJD in the chat says, no one else. I've been burying my eyeballs in the sand for nothing. Well, dude, we spoke about this. There's a reason you were asked to not come back to the beach last time. Just not don't need to go into details, but
man,
yeah, Durf's a liar.
So such a piece of scum. And I'm Dave. This kind of stuff here is why I hope you get sued into oblivion. 100%. Yeah. I hope the GDPR gives you a call. I hope every state in the United States gives you a call. I hope the U.S., whoever it is, gives you a call. All that data you leaked because you'll sacrifice anything to sell that app.
Yeah. Well,
because of this.
In that one apartment,
yeah,
we'll be laughing when you've got like struggling to keep the one light on that you have in that mattress that's dirty and soiled. You haven't changed it for a while. We'll all be laughing at your downfall. We don't care because you don't care. You've
earned the laughter. You've earned everything that that might be happening. I don't know if it's gonna. It's going to rely on other people taking action against your data leak that's still happening. So, all right, let's see. This kind of stuff is so maddening. It's hard to.
Going away. I just got a coin on a table here, and the camera is slightly below the table, and it looks like the coin is setting. And at great distances, you can't tell that something is above you, that it's higher than that, right? Let me show you. I think you'll be able to get this, Jim. Again,
one was actually that one I saw a while ago, and that one fascinated me because then I started doing it. I started watching the coin. I'm like, oh my god, it looks like the coin is setting right there.
So here's a perspective grid, right? Everything goes to the vanishing point.
Okay, this is a mess. Absolutely.
Right, this is easy. You'll get this.
Oh, yeah.
So I got a guy here. Here's his eye level. And I'll put this mountain up in the sky. So let's say this mountain's 3,000 feet above his eyes.
Yes.
Okay. And here's the sun up here. And the sun's just going to go away, just like it did with the building. Now, it just went beyond the mountain, right?
Right.
So now if I go backwards, right, now I can see the sun again. This here is still 3,000 feet above my eyes. Globe or flat? If it, I'm 20 miles back.
Why did the mountain's position change? It's not the same plane it was before.
Yeah, so we should look at the perspective grid lines on the side, right? That's what it should remain consistent. There it is. You can see the lowest part on the left side is there's a box, the top box, and then it's like halfway down. That's where that same thing boxes. Should be. Yeah, 1.5 boxes down.
2 on the right.
What a dishonest.
Let's give him the benefit of the doubt and say it's 2 boxes down.
What a dishonest piece of crap.
Mountain, right?
Right.
So now if I go backwards.
That first step moved it down. Did you see that?
Yeah. There we go. So, it's gone down like two whole boxes of perspective on that grid.
So, but you can see, I'm one frame at a time. Come on. A lot of frames. There. You see how far that first one brought it down?
Yeah, it's gone 1.5 to almost 3.
Look at that.
Straight away.
No, more than 3. It's below that third line.
Oh, yeah, definitely. You're right. Yeah, I'm looking at the peak. No, you're right. It's gone right below
that
third line.
And now you see the bottom right corner? The bottom right corner is in the corner of the perspective grid. So from now on, I'm guessing that's going to remain on the perspective grid correctly, but he's already done the lie. So there it is. Yep. He's already done the lie.
Yeah. So exactly what he did was dropped it down like 2 boxes on that first frame to make it. See, this is him, if anything, being smart, right? And knowing that this will fool his audience.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. He again, he is a scammer. He chooses his marks. He constructs.
My audio's bad.
He constructs these things so that he can fool people. Oh, you sound distant, Craig. I need to boost your audio. All right, hold on. All right, say it.
Check, mic check. 1, 2, 3.
All right, I turned you up a little more.
1, 2, 3. Good.
Okay. Well, we'll see how that goes. I'm the one streaming. Why does Craig sound like he's in the echo chamber? It could be. Let me try something here. Hold on.
Oh, A Squirrel, no, that's not a potato. That's Dave Weiss. And again, so if you haven't seen it ever, guys, this is my official Dave Weiss doll that I will be selling. It's an exact replica. Like, this is like, you can't tell the difference, right?
They're wondering why we have a potato on the left of the screen also.
No, sorry, there's no potatoes. These are both Dave. These are both Dave Weiss. There's no potatoes here, guys.
Can't tell a difference in audio. All right, hold on. Something's going wacky. Don't talk. Okay, talk. So
Mic check, 1, 2, 3.
You sound fine to me, so it might be something going through the system.
F grudge. I see no difference.
All right. It's not... sounds fine, we get. Sounds good, we get. All right, well, we got disagreeing
No,
ears.
I'm definitely giving you the right mic.
No, you sound fine to me. So
Right.
it could be something between what I'm hearing and what OBS is getting. So anyway, all right.
Could be the balloon satellites that are failing.
That could be the balloons. Precious. The precious balloons. Okay. All right. Well, let's see the rest of this lie.
Now I can see the sun again. This here is still 3,000 feet above my eyes. Globe or flat? If it, I'm 20 miles back. It's literally just looks like it's at eye level. And
Okay, now a couple things. According to perspective, if the sun is local, it needs to shrink as it gets farther away. Also,
Which it doesn't.
It needs to follow the same perspective grid lines, which he's not going to do. He's going to move it down linearly. Watch it.
it goes beyond it again.
Yeah.
But my programming tells me that's the horizon of a globe.
That's not an application of perspective.
No, that's just lying to people, Dave.
Yeah. So let's see. Does he make the sun get smaller?
No,
Should.
of course not. Just goes away for some reason.
It just got smaller. It just got smaller.
On the mountain.
Hold on, it got
Oh,
smaller.
it does, yeah.
Look. In reality, it doesn't do that.
Nope.
In reality, the sun stays the same size all day long, with somewhere like
All night long.
0.01 arc second is about the variation throughout the day that it changes.
Which is
in
what we
size.
expect.
Yeah, which is less than you can measure except with specialized instrumentation. So, yep. There it
Same
got-
as the amount of gray matter in Dave's head, of
yeah.
course.
So
You
now
very
it
specialized
stopped getting smaller, but he's cheated it. It's not following the perspective grid. So
Wait, hold on. Do you see what he did there? He actually just dropped the sun down instead of moving it back.
yeah, he's moving it down. And he's like, this is perspective. That's not perspective. If it was perspective, it would have to follow the perspective grid, but it's not. The horizontal lines on the left and right side, that shows the elevation. But it's not following the elevation as it moves farther back. Absolute, just blatant lying in order to fool people. Man.
Beyond it again. But my programming tells me that's the horizon of a globe. Right now,
Right.
if I put the clouds in the sky, the atmospheric deck, the sun's above that. The sun goes beyond it again. Now let's look at this line.
Has nothing to do with the clouds, you dummy. There are days when
Or
there's no
perspective, because
clouds.
you've moved that.
There's no clouds. Yeah.
This line is composed of the top of the mountain, 3,000 feet above my eyes. It's also the atmospheric deck, those clouds, which are
There are days with no clouds and the sun still sets, jerk face.
thousands of feet above the mountain. So this line here is 5,000 feet, 10,000 feet above my eye line, but it looks, I perceive it as my horizontal eye zone.
Word salad. Horizontal eye zone.
Yeah. And he keeps saying that the mountain's 3,000 the eyes, but that grid he's showing has the mountain and the eyes on the same perspective line.
Yeah. He moved it down. He cheated. What a piece of garbage. And see, look, his mark is buying it.
They don't teach us that in school.
Yeah.
Let's look
Because it's a lie.
at NASA.
I like this.
Okay. This one makes me mad. For reference, Ron Hubbard had nothing to do with NASA. Right? He's a founder of Scientology. You know, he's a dirtbag. Nothing to do with NASA. Walt Disney.
Not in the slightest.
Had nothing to do with NASA. Werner von
Absolutely
Braun.
nothing.
Werner von Braun is listed as an ex-Nazi. Let's remind everybody who is a current Nazi. Eric Dubay, flat earther. Who else is a current Nazi? Caleb, flat earther.
And the majority of the flat earthers on X, it would seem.
If you go over to X, for some reason on X, the collection of flat earthers there tend to be right in that vicinity. It's not hard to find even outright blatant fans of the Mustache Man over there on X. But Werner von Braun in 1946, after he came here, he kind of didn't keep being a Nazi. He gave up on that. He in Germany in the late 30s and early 40s, if you're a scientist, you were forced to work for them. And so whatever his position was at the time, he recanted from that, and then he switched over and he became a Protestant Christian for the rest of his life. So and gave up all of that, whatever, the Nazi stuff. So it doesn't matter that he was an ex-Nazi.
Yeah.
He at the time wasn't. So.
But so far, 1 out of 3 that actually have anything to do with NASA.
Yeah, he was employed by NASA starting in 1960, 2 years after NASA was founded.
Certainly didn't found it, no.
Jack Parsons was a rather strange guy. He had some outlandish occult beliefs from Aleister Crowley and others. Who's the next one is Aleister Crowley. And he worked for the Jet Propulsion Lab in the 40s and then was fired and then died years before NASA was founded. Aleister Crowley people dead long before NASA was founded. So all of these people. So of the 5 people listed here, only one of them ever had any official or any at all association with NASA, and it was after NASA was founded. So none of them could have possibly been involved in the founding of NASA. 2 were dead.
Are you telling me that Durf just did 5 lies to his mark?
Yes. And look at that smile. He's like, I'm about to lie to him. I'm about to really fool him.
No, what he's thinking is, I'm going to sell so many copies of my app after being on here.
Yep.
Let's look at
a whole bunch of laws.
Checking this out a while ago and realizing there's a lot of funky stuff going on.
Who
here.
are the founders of NASA? We got Ronald Hubbard. Right?
Nope, not a founder.
No.
Right? Ron Hubbard, founder of Scientology. Walt Disney, a cartoon producer. Werner von Braun, an actual Nazi. Okay.
Eric Dubay, an actual Nazi. Go listen to Witsit on X, on those X spaces.
Actual Nazi.
Dave, he's a fan of the Mustache Man.
Right? and an occultist, and Aleister Crowley, the most wicked man in the world. These are the founders of NASA.
They are not the founders of NASA, you lying piece of scum.
Are you serious? I don't think anyone knows this.
Everyone.
Because it's a lie. Jim, you need to be critical in your thinking here. Jim, why are you believing anything that he says? Dave is so skilled at lying. He just fools the people that he talks to.
If he opens his mouth,
I can guarantee you my buddies have no clue. Yeah. I'd love to get my buddy Todd on here. He'll try so hard to viciously fight you on all this. He thinks he's brilliant. Founders of NASA. Oh my God. Hubbard, Disney, Braun.
So they edited this in post. See that? This is in post. Jim had his people edit this. It's a lie, Jim. Yeah. God, Jim.
I hope that we can go there and help him realize that he allowed someone to come on his show and just lie. And his audience saw that lie. And a lot of, we need to make sure that Jim tells his audience that they were lies.
Now, this one here, there are hundreds of landings of SpaceX rockets, hundreds, and
they're all fake, right?
Many of them have been witnessed with humans' eyes alone, not just on cameras. So whatever he does, keep that in mind as you watch what he's about to do.
And the first stage comes back and lands on a raft 800 miles off the coast of Florida. No one's on it. It's a drone ship, right? Now watch. I'm going to show it again. Right? This is the onboard, and these little milk crates steer it, and it's going to land right on here. And then they always show this, and then quick edit, and it's there. Like
you saw it happen.
Like watch this.
That edit wasn't anything necessary. You already saw it land, and people see it in person.
I can go. Here's the landing pad, and I'm going to do it this way.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Here's the landing pad. And it's coming in. Oh, baby. Bam. There it is. I landed.
Yeah.
I saw it with my own eyes in Florida. Not through a camera. I saw it with
your eyes were CGI, dude,
my own eyes. Here, all right, just a second. Sam here, making your political opinions known whilst trying to debunk a theory is not the way to go. Calling everybody Nazis who disagrees with you is a very bad look. Sam, I'm not being political, and I'm not being hyperbolic. Eric Dubé literally is. Austin Whitsitt, I didn't say he literally is. I say he's a fan of the Mustache Man. Go to X, find Austin Whitsitt, look at his posts, Sam. It's not because he disagrees with me. It's because of the things that he says about that topic. There are other people that don't say that about the topic. Dearth doesn't say that about that particular topic. So I'm not saying that Dearth is. I'm saying a Whitsitt is. Adjacent. I'm saying that others on X literally are. Go find the people that go and defend Dearth and defend Whitsitt on X and look at their pages. You'll know what I'm talking about, Sam. Until you've gone and done that, you can shut the hell up, Sam. Because I have.
They're all like that. And by the way, it goes up. There's 300 mile an hour crosswinds and everything, but somehow it lands on this ship. It just falls back to Earth and lands perfectly on that ship. And 9 out of 10 times, the camera cuts out just before it lands, and then it shows it landed. And right. How often are the seas calm 800 miles off of Florida? I'd say almost never. But
wow, he's a weatherman now too,
and a sailor, obviously.
Yeah,
there's never a problem. They do these landings all the time. Right. I have a whole barrage, a montage of those. Right. So this is a front of a 747.
right. So he's got a whole montage of the videos. No debunks of them. He's just got a montage of them that he's going to play and say, well, that looks stupid. Like today and a couple of days ago, He's calling the launch fake. Well, the capturing of with the mechas.
Oh, yeah.
That's all lie. It's all fake. It's so stupid. Except there was people there watching it.
And what is his debunk? He goes, look at their smartphones. Like, these people are seeing it with their own eyes. They're holding up their smartphone, right? And they're like, looking with their own eyes and framing it with their smartphone. And they're like, wow, it happened. They're the people watched it themselves. The video, there's hundreds of videos of people that were amateurs that took it. And they're like, oh, here's this one that shows a smartphone that's a little different. Because you don't understand how smartphones work. They're not zoomed in all the way. Gosh.
But he doesn't understand how anything works. Technology, science, physics.
Or stock photos. He does not know how stock photos work.
Securing an app that he makes.
Yeah. Look at this. Just stock photos. There's so many photos of 747s, and he had to choose one that's from Alamy. That's a stock photo, right? There's free ones without having the watermark on it from a stock photo, a commercial stock photo flight site. Dave, lazy. Just choose the next one. Anyway, this is stupid too.
You know, you got a little edge here, right? But not bad,
like a
right?
car.
This is the space shuttle. It's got these inset windows, right? There's no car that's less aerodynamic than this. Okay, look.
So now Dave, in addition to being a weatherman, is an expert in aerodynamics.
Yeah, the space shuttle.
It's the space shuttle spends
one of the major concerns because it's just to come from space and down. It's not like trying to take off or fly or anything. Yeah,
it spends most of its time in space or not moving, so it's not super important. But the bow shock of supersonic flight, which is the majority of its time in going through the air, is I don't know, the aerodynamics. I'm certain are not what Dave is. Concern. So it doesn't have to be efficient. That's the other thing. A 747 needs to be efficient because it's flying through the air for hours and hours and hours. So if it's inefficient in aerodynamics, it's a big issue because it takes a lot more fuel. This doesn't need to be like that. So yeah, the space shuttle was a brick with Tyrannosaurus wings.
Yeah.
He thinks they should have beveled edges like your phone. That's not how they. Yeah. Oh yeah, and of course, when it came into the air, when it's moving its fastest into the air, it was belly first, so it doesn't need to. So the air wasn't needing to be efficient across that. So really, the only time that the windows have fast moving air against them is from near as they're nearing the speed of sound, right? 500 miles an hour while they're going up, and when it gets up to where there's not enough air to matter anymore, which is a very short amount of time. So it doesn't need to be efficient. Think about that.
No.
How stupid that is. It's probably all of 1 minute.
I'd love to find out where Durf got his engineering qualifications for that allows him to critically analyze the, ability of the space shuttle to do its job. It's the Dunning-Kruger. He has no skills in that, but he's presenting himself as if he's skilled to a person that's not skilled enough to realize that Dave isn't skilled. Yep. Because he's a liar.
This thing goes, right? It's got this little PVC pipe here. It's got all these square brackets and stuff. This thing goes 10 times faster than the SR-71. Right? With this blunt nose. Now I'm going to say something.
Idiot.
Does this look like a balloon?
No.
Does that look
not.
like a
not at all.
Balloon? I'm going to show you something. Here's the space station in the water, and now we're in space.
Right.
You know who made that?
So because
you know who's faking space here? Dave is faking space here.
Yeah. So because he can poorly edit something. Space is fake.
What a piece of crap. Yeah, PVC pipe. It's not. How do you know it's PVC? It's white. It's the same color as PVC. You idiot.
Come on, Dave, come and sue us.
Seriously. The people who designed it, there's thousands of people that were involved in designing it and building it and maintaining it and putting their hands on it, checking things over before it launched. And you're like, it was a balloon. Where are the thousands of people that actually physically touched the space shuttle? And you say it's a balloon out of your blatant
Liars.
ignorance?
All liars.
Dave, I hope you get sued into oblivion.
Oh, he's gonna.
You deserve it for lying to so many people.
Green screens.
Right. And you know
And
that
the
they
guys
do
floating and being on the strings.
they do all their testing in a pool that has a mock-up of the space station called the National Buoyancy Lab. All right, that's just weird.
Okay, so I want to bring.
It's not weird. It's being responsible. It's because the people that are doing these things are going to be held accountable for what they do. This is a foreign concept to Dave. He's not used to being held accountable for the things he does until yesterday. It's a foreign concept for Dave to be held accountable for the things he's
So
done.
now he is.
He's a little uncomfortable about it.
Here's the thing, right? If you want to test something that is going to be in space, without having to go in space, you need to make an environment that is as close to the conditions in space.
Well, they're not
as
testing.
You can possibly make.
They're training for what they're going to do, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
they're not bringing an actual like piece of active gear down into the buoyancy lab, right?
Yeah.
They
training,
have things so that the people there can train because they're going to be in space there, and it's really important that they get these things done in a reasonable amount of time, because if they go on these walks for multiple hours, 8-10 hours, and they have a list of things that they need to do, and they can't be like, oh, let's just go back out tomorrow, because there's things they're doing tomorrow too. So they do it all. They train on a lot of these things so that they can get them done in a reasonable amount of time. The amount of time that they need to, so they know what they're working on. It's familiar to them. This is called responsibility. Sam said, I went and looked. I found nothing nutcase adjacent. Are you just poisoning the well? Sam, you're an asshole. Sam doesn't think that the things that Witsits is saying on X are nutcase adjacent? Oh my. Sam must be a Nazi too. If you don't think that
there was a video recently of Witsits saying things. Could maybe one of you find that and give old Sam the link? Let him watch that video and then say that again.
Wow. It's so bad I won't play it on here. But I can link it, and Sam, you can eat a dick. You can get buried in a mountain of dicks. How about that?
Tune. You got a swear jar there?
Yes.
That thing's getting full, mate, isn't it?
Oh my gosh. Sam doesn't think that the things that Witsit is saying on X are nutcase adjacent? That must be because Sam's a nutcase. All right, let me...
He said Trump's a smart person.
Not that kind of politics. Oh my gosh. All right.
Yeah, that's not being political. Just mention Trump, it's political. No, Trump's just a fucking idiot. I don't care what his job is.
All right. I don't get Sam, what do you... All right. There it is. So here is... I'll build the case for you here, Dingleberry.
Dingleberry. That's what his mum called him, like as a term of endearment. Oh, Max has already put it there.
Thank you, Max. I'll drop it too to make sure. But I've got a screenshot.
Idiots. Oh.
So let me see here. Let me get this. I'm amazed at what people will just say. Yeah, it's not a problem at all. So let's see here. I got a screenshot you're gonna like. You're gonna like, Sam. I mean, probably you're gonna be like, hey, I'm all good with that.
Apparently, I'm a bad influence on you.
Yeah. Well, I'm a good influence on you. Take that. So here we go. We've got. You see that? See that there, Sammy boy? I'll just let you read that. I'm not going to read it out loud. I'll just let you read that, Sam. There you go.
Yeah, wow.
There you go, Sam. That's one. And of course the link the link I posted, that's another. So Sam, you going to defend him? That's sick. That's sick. Not sharing to the audience. What do you mean I'm not sharing to the audience? This is just a tweet.
Yeah, yes.
It's no video. Just this one tweet. That's it. There you go. All right. All right. Bye, Sam. You're a piece of trash.
So
Bye-bye.
somebody else said something.
Bye-bye, douchebag. Bye-bye, Sam.
Should let us play Whack-A-Troll.
Nah. If you had a more unique name, it might help, you know.
Yeah.
You are useless, Sam. I can't believe it. So somebody else said something. That's all you got. Go what? Oh, jeez. All right. Anyway, there we go. I'll just say it again. Eric Dubay is an active Nazi, and Witsit is Nazi adjacent.
Friends here. I'm going to bring on, and I'm not going to say their last name, just to whatever. My friend Dave. What's up, Dave?
How you doing, guys?
Hey, Dave.
We're doing really good. And my friend Dan. Is Dan here too? Okay. Now,
Hey, guys.
Dave, meet Dave Weiss.
What's up?
And we're
How you
just
doing,
gonna
Dave?
we're just gonna start with simple questions. Now, both of these guys, Dave and Dan, are connected to my friend Greg, who is 100% on your team.
On my team.
I'll call you flat earth. 100%.
Okay.
Where
So Greg is Jim's buddy, and he's 100% flurf. Got it.
Apparently so.
Dan is the brother and an engineer, and Dave's really smart too, lawyer. And Dave, what is your education? Your
Engineering.
Beast Militia. I don't. I don't know what you're talking about.
And law school. So I'm a patent attorney. So I deal with all kinds of different technologies every day.
Okay.
I'm a pretty level-headed guy.
You are.
You're not
Greg drives you crazy. Greg drives. I watch.
He drives
Greg.
me nuts.
He drives you nuts, and he drives his brother nuts. Absolutely nuts. Now, the issue with guys like Greg, our friend, your brother, and me is I just sit and listen, and I go, yeah, that makes sense. That doesn't make sense. That makes sense. I'm not going to go into the whole blah, blah, blah. Where Greg also, like, you'll ask a question, and Greg will go, well, what about this? And what about this? So this is why I just want to have this quick
No, Icy Spin, it's not quite that. You'll see.
forum of asking
I love it.
Dave Weiss. Let's start with Dave, my friend Dave. Let's start with a question with you, and then we'll go to Dan. We'll go back and forth and back and forth. Dave, you go first. What do you got for Dave Weiss? Okay.
So, Dave, I think any discussion, first of all, I lived in the DC suburbs for 20 years. I just assumed everything I heard on mainstream media from the government. I was busy raising a family, so I just assumed
Not the point.
what I heard was true. Since I moved down to Florida in the last 3 years, post-COVID, I don't know what to believe anymore. So
You can the sun sets. You can figure out the shape of the earth.
Yeah.
You don't need anybody to
It rotates.
Yeah, you don't need anybody to tell you.
Good place to start.
yeah. I mean, all these theories I didn't even know existed. One of them, though, I have a hard time with is this flat Earth conspiracy theory. So my first question to you is, how do you explain gravity?
All right, which gravity are we talking about?
See, pause it here.
Einsteinian gravity or Newtonian gravity?
Yeah.
The problem is these people aren't used to talking to flat earthers.
Yeah.
Okay. They don't know the fact that flat earthers, things they can say and misconceptions and lies that they can go. A question like that is something that a sane person thinks about asking a flat earther. But you and I aren't sane. We've listened to flat earthers for far too long to be sane at this point.
The flat earthers have schooled themselves on how to answer the normal questions that normal people answer.
Yeah.
And to confuse them by never answering the question. So you hear the first thing he said. He said, do you mean Einsteinian or Newtonian gravity? So this is Dave presenting himself as a smart person. Right?
Yep.
He wants everybody to know that he's the smartest one around because he knows that there's a difference between Newtonian gravity and Einsteinian gravity. But the reality is that Dave only knows the script. He doesn't know the difference between Newtonian gravity and Einsteinian gravity. They're the same in our reference frame, by the way. He doesn't know that. He just knows that other people have said this. And now, so Dave will never provide an actual answer to the question, but he's good at not answering. That's his skill.
The Newtonian gravity is mass attracting mass, which they've thrown out. Now they say it's the bending and warping of space-time.
It wasn't thrown out. It's our reference frame.
And I've tried to explain several times, superseded, which is the correct term here, does not mean replaced.
Yeah.
It does not mean that before this phone, I had the Samsung Galaxy S21. This is the Samsung Galaxy S24. Just because I got this phone, my S21 didn't become obsolete, didn't stop working. That is still a fantastic phone with an incredible camera, an amazing processor. It's still an amazing piece of technology that functions perfectly well, but this superseded it.
Anyway, yeah, but supersede, like, it's the umbrella over Newtonian, but they're still together.
Yeah.
They're still compatible. So anyway, yeah, if you're curious, on my website at mctoon.net/Einstein, 4 different references to how Newtonian gravity is derived from Einstein's field equations, right at the top of the page there, with links to the PDFs. If you're curious, they're actually they're high-end books, high-end treatment of it, which is what's necessary for studying general relativity. But it wasn't replaced. It wasn't done away with. It wasn't incompatible. They're completely in line with each other.
No.
So now Dave has Dave's question. The question of Dave: how do you explain gravity? How do you explain why things accelerate down at a certain magnitude?
Yes, we are going on Jim Barrett's show
which
next
one are we
week.
talking about? We're going to talk about mass attracting mass, which is what most people believe.
Yeah, let's talk about that, because with a sphere, gravity attracts, everything pulls from the center.
Yeah.
So if you've got a disc and you're on the edge and
we're not a
gravity's
disc,
pulling from the center.
Right. We're not a disc floating in space. That's what they want you to believe. You Google flat Earth, you end up seeing a disc floating in space. That's 2 false models. That's a pizza Earth floating in heliocentric space. Neither of those.
He still hasn't explained gravity.
Those are true. So they're giving you red or blue. Which one? Well, both of them are connected to the devil. So, on flat Earth, down is down.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. How did
Where did that come
it
from?
get connected to the devil? Can you just go back 10 seconds and let me listen to what he said?
Flat Earth, down is down, right? On globe Earth, down is every direction towards the center while you're spinning, while you're orbiting, while you're flying through an infinite space vacuum. So
Did I go forward instead of backward?
Yeah. I think you went forward, yeah.
about mass attracting mass, which is what most people believe.
Yeah, let's talk about that, because with a sphere, gravity attracts, everything pulls from the center.
Yeah.
So if you've got a disc and you're on the edge and
we're not a
gravity's
disc.
pulling from
We're not
the center.
Right. We're not a disc floating in space. That's
Though, what's on the screen right now next to him?
A disc.
That's a disc, you dirtbag. That's a disc. What's beyond it? I don't know. Then if I don't know is your answer, then it's a disc floating in space just as much as it's anything else. If you have nothing for beyond that, saying floating in space is equivalent to everything else that you've provided.
if you Google flat Earth, you end up seeing a you end up seeing a disc floating in space. That's
which this guy didn't say, right?
No.
Good points, Solixus.
two false models. That's a pizza Earth floating in heliocentric space. Neither of those are true. So they're giving you red or blue. Which one? Well, both of them are connected to the devil. So, you know, on flat Earth.
So the globe Earth and the apparent globe Earth straw man of flat Earth
disc in space,
are both connected to the
which the guy didn't bring up. The guy didn't bring up disc in space. He just said disc. And Dearth went in space.
So
Right?
so far he's not explained gravity on a flat Earth.
Nope. Yep. He's just deflected away.
Incredible.
Right? On globe Earth, down is every direction towards the center while you're spinning, while you're orbiting, while you're flying through an infinite space vacuum. So that's a little weird. But
It's not weird. That's empirically
That's called poison in
confirmed.
the well.
Yeah, evidence.
Yeah. All he's doing is saying, well, that's weird, as an attempt to make you think.
It's
What
part
he's
of
saying is,
it's part of the
complicated.
scam.
I don't understand it, therefore it's weird.
Yeah, it's part of the scam. His mark, he's identified his mark, and he's playing to the specific things that he's identified in his mark. That his mark doesn't understand science very well. Not a problem. People don't understand science. Some people don't understand acting. Some people don't understand how to be funny. Everybody has skills. And so he's identified that his current mark doesn't have this foundation. And so he's going to leverage that as much as he can.
He's pretty good at acting, though. Played a part in one of my favorite movies. He played the bug chef in Titan AE.
Yeah.
electrostatics. This is not a theory. Electrostatics is everything from the air you breathe, the food you eat, your body, yourself, rocks, everything. Everything has an electrostatic charge.
Stop. So he's lying. Everyone knows there's a theory of gravity, right? So he and Jim's lack of scientific knowledge to go, oh, well, electrostatics isn't a theory like gravity is.
It's not?
Very much like
what do you mean?
like the theory of gravity, there's a theory of electrostatics. Toon, when you learned to drive, before you did your practical driving test, what other thing did you do?
What?
You would have done driving theory, right?
Oh. I don't know if we use that term in the US here.
Well, in the UK, we have to literally take a driving theory test before we take our practical test.
We don't use that
because there is a driving theory test does not mean that driving is a theory.
Yeah. Well, I can do better than that. Here is my book right here that I used when I was at university. Foundations of Electromagnetic Theory.
Huh.
That's the actual book I used.
It's not a theory, though.
And in there, Dearth is talking about what? He's talking about electrostatics. I'm a little too close in the Zoom here.
Electrostatic theory is certainly something I remember studying.
Well, all of this is part of the theory. Electrostatics, look, it's chapter 2. Electric charge, Coulomb's law. Right now, Dearth doesn't understand any of this stuff. And Jim doesn't, but Jim thinks that Dearth does because Dearth is able to say words, right? He knows the script. But do you think Dearth could work through any of these things? Of course not. He doesn't understand any of this. This is electromagnetic field. He doesn't know anything about the electromagnetic field. He just knows the script.
And this is why Dirth will never, ever debate somebody.
Oh no,
right?
He won't debate people that know.
No. When he debated Professor Dave, he thought that Professor Dave was an easy mark.
Oh my gosh. I can't believe he accepted that. Why did he accept that debate? That was so...
Because he thought that Professor Dave was a newbie to the flat earth world and didn't understand any of the arguments.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Dave spoke to us first.
Yeah.
Oh, Kango, oofed.
Dude, that's amazing. All right. Speaking of... hold on. Let me take a minute and... I think it's time. We got a backlog here. Holy cow. I already read yours, FTFE. Thank you for that. Electric Eye PM says, FTFE, I had to leave earlier, but I hope you gave that Vince dude a hard time for defending Dave the Scammer and Trump too.
I did.
Vince and I have like kind of a laid back chat with each other, but like he's it doesn't reduce how derpy he is.
Oh, all the dirt.
all of it. Nugs Automation says, does Dirth have an agent / manager to get gigs? I don't know how he does it.
Probably.
But he certainly is able to get his fingers into the pockets of the people that are foolish enough to be his mark. Right? The people that are the successful, actors and comedians that have moved out of that prime part of their life, they don't have the scientific background. That wasn't their thing. But now they're into doing podcasts and stuff. And so he comes around and he's like, if I can get on their show, I can fool a whole bunch more people into buying my app. So I don't know how he does it. But anyway, Darkstar 4400 says, Dirth displays many of the traits of a narcissist. No doubt. Absolutely, Darkstar. Like textbook. The lying part of it is particularly there. Steve 660 says horizontal eye zone. Horizon. Like horizontal eye zone. Just horizon. Just playing word games doesn't change things. What is that? What is on the screen?
It's me. Don't tell me you don't like that.
It's definitely gone past a bunch of many lines in many directions have crossed when that is on the screen. Beyond Storm Chasing says one good thing. Hold on a second. I need to cover up a portion of the screen. Just a second.
Kango says it's hot.
Just a second. Okay, there we go. Whew, that's better.
Getting you a bit hot and bothered, is it?
No, it's just...
I mean, I'd do it. I don't know about you.
Oh my God, stop.
I would.
Stop. No.
All right, one in the
that
chat
is
if
the
you would.
most disturbing idea. That...
You telling me if you found an alternate universe with a female version of yourself, you wouldn't?
just that question. Just that question is all of the wrong.
The chat are agreeing. They're saying all the ones. No. It's the wrong question. It's not whether or not this in the alternate universe. It's whether or not the you in the alternate universe. That's the question. It's just not. And just so everybody knows, that's not CGI at all. Zero CGI involved. No, we opened a portal to another dimension.
Okay.
We got a bit of trouble for it, actually.
All right.
NASA were really mad at us.
Make it stop. Beyond Storm Chasing says, one good thing came of this. It encouraged me to learn to use the GODB API to write a script that tells my audience where I am when I'm storm chasing. That's pretty cool. That's really cool. Yeah, all of the Google APIs for map stuff are amazing, and they all use the globe. Flat Earth Dave's app uses the globe. The Flat Earth app uses the globe, proving that it's a scam. If it were a real Flat Earth app, it would never use the globe. There you go. That's proper funny. Yeah, Dave, being the expert that he wants people to think he is, would have told the developer, here's how to do the geometry to find people's position on the surface of flat Earth. But these don't exist. The reason why it doesn't exist is because the Earth is not flat. Everything works for the globe.
$10,000, like, you'd have $10,000 less, wouldn't you? So,
all right. M2M says, let's make a massive pool. Let's publicize it being built. Let's invite the world to come and see it. Let's have guided tours, but don't tell anyone we use it to fake the ISS. Yeah, that will work. Dumbass Dave. Thank you, M2M, for saying what all of us were thinking. Like, if they were trying to hide it, they would hide it.
Yeah, what gets me is that they say, NASA's getting all these billions and billions. Yet they also try and point out CGI errors that if NASA was getting so much money, their CGI would be the most flawless, perfect CGI ever.
Yes. While simultaneously ignoring all of the other things in the scene that couldn't happen, right? Yeah. Somebody's necklace, the chain on their necklace is just floating around while they're like
their clothes are billowing around like they're floating on them as well.
How do clothes billow in with a wire harness? That doesn't happen.
No, it must be that you put some of the hairspray that was on her hair on the necklace and her clothes. Maybe. All
right. Roger Ledwell says Roger and Ryan say hi. Hello.
Hi.
If you're waving, they don't see you. Did you wave?
That's me. I did actually.
Yeah. Craig waved while showing this on screen. The moment is gone, Craig.
Shut up. It's never gone.
Kango 44 for $50 New Zealand dollars. Kiwi bucks. I call them Kiwi bucks. Says it's ironic that the Witsits of the world talk about them. They are the problem. The real threat to society are these stupid Fs spreading disinformation and ignorance. It's the liars and reality deniers that are the problem. Absolutely. 100%. And social media has lowered the bar so that these idiots can get on there and fool other people. Before social media, it was difficult. You could chuck a letter in the mailbox. You could look up other people's mailing addresses and try to get it out there, but it was expensive, so the bar was high. You could stand on the corner and yell things while people said, look at that idiot wearing the sandwich board. Let's get away from him. It was difficult to spread the misinformation.
If the internet and YouTube wasn't a thing, CC would be that guy on the corner with the sandwich board.
Yes.
I'm absolutely convinced of it, 100%. CC would be the sandwich board guy.
Yes. He would.
Yeah. And I've seen a couple of people mention I'm not being as talkative as normal. I'm recently getting over a bit of a bad head cold and my throat's been a bit sore. So I'm just trying not to, talk too much because, you like to hear me talk, I guess.
Yeah. And
you keep paying me to.
And on behalf of the audience, I will thank you for that.
Thank you. Thank the assholes at the gym that don't have to wipe down equipment after themselves.
What? Oh, gross. All right.
I know.
iCider74 says he loves to say mass attracting mass stops working as soon as you confirm relativity.
That doesn't know.
Mass attracting mass in our reference frame is what happens as a result of the larger outside of our reference frame in the 4 dimensions of space-time bending. But in our reference frame, it exhibits itself as mass attracting mass. They're completely compatible with each other.
A result, a consequence of the warping of space-time is that we can measure an attractive force between masses.
Yeah. But yeah, Dave thinks he can just say things to people that don't understand the topic, and he sounds like he's the smart guy. SSJ Honey Badger says F flat earth and F gematria frauds. So SS Honey Badger has been pointing out that there's this gematria guy that's
wants both of us to debate them.
Yeah. We need a little more background in the topic but gematria is not that difficult. The problem
I know that I can use it to prove that Dave is a bottom.
Yeah. The problem with gematria is it's such a one-dimensional topic. It's just people saying, oh, here's a number, therefore it means something. No, not again. Oh my gosh.
They asked for it.
No, they didn't. Nobody.
Look in the chat. They did.
No, they're being sarcastic.
They demanded. Zoomy said that they want it.
Zoomy. Oh my gosh. Zoomy said, I prefer men and I date her. But her is Craig, a man. Saying.
No, that's me from another dimension where I'm not a man.
Does that have a name? Do you have a name?
It's also Craig.
Oh my God.
In that dimension, Craig is a feminine name.
I mean, I didn't want to dead name that Craig or whatever. I don't know where we are. What are we doing?
No, there's no transgenderism happening here. It's a different it's a different universe.
I don't know. I don't think this whole different universe LARPing thing is going to actually work out. I'm not buying it. My suspension of disbelief has fallen off.
Maybe you're a bit confused here. So, transgenders, it's not just going to a different universe and finding a different gendered version of yourself.
I don't understand this. This is something's too weird. Okay, that's the right Craig. I even gave you a Craig.
Well done.
Okay.
Craig.
Oh my gosh. All right, now Kango44 for 200 Kiwi bucks says what fills me with optimism is there has always been stupid effing scammers. Hundreds of years ago, before all the modern technological wonders, there were stupid see you next Tuesdays spreading disinformation and lying to the gullible. They lost. The stupid have lost. Look at the world around us. That's a great point. Really great point. The rocket, the freaking rocket that's the size of a skyscraper went up to nearly the Kármán line. Oh my gosh. Nearly the Kármán line, came back and was caught.
Finish.
I can do. Hold on. Take that.
Finish.
Take that.
They need to finish.
Take that. Not even there. Not even there. Anyway, we caught it. And all of the idiots, the Flat Earth Daves, and the other idiots that are like, nuh-uh, that's CGI, when thousands of people saw it with their own eyes. It's a balloon. When thousands of people felt the heat with their, on their face and felt the rumble and heard the sonic boom, it still actually happened in reality. There it is. Hey. I don't know what to do.
Right, I'll come back.
All right, I'm confused. I'm just.
Oh, has it made you confused? Has it? Eh?
No, not.
Guys, you see what the female FTFE did? It made Toon confused. He can't look at me the same anymore.
I'm gonna poke my eyes out. Hold on a second. Just. No, I don't want that to be the last thing burned on my retinas. Okay. Isider74 says he loves his universal down, but never explains how it works. Yes. And that's what Dearth was on
Magic.
About. Down is down. That's not an explanation. Only idiots would accept that as an answer. When there is a much better answer, a real answer already that you can't substitute actual real evidence for down is down. Jeez. Okay, Mr. Shaw.
Please write that filter on Dearth to make a lady Dearth. I tried and the server crashed. Not just my computer, but the server that uses the app.
Oh, gross. Mr. Shonk or Mrs. Honk, I'm uncertain, says she is very cold. We don't need. We all know who she is. Don't.
Beast Militia says, I was definitely confused, but thanks to that pick, I'm not anymore.
So David Lee says, "Hey Mike, Blue Water Bay is the developer." Say that's the name of the developer of Dearth's crap app.
Develop anything else?
I don't know, but the white hat that I have been speaking to has been in contact with the developer, and the white hat. Yeah,
the white hat.
The white hat. Yeah, a white hat hacker. So
right.
Yeah, when you discover something that's an issue, they disclose the information and they don't leverage it for bad things. A black hat hacker would discover something and then tell nobody and then start leveraging the data. So if a black hat hacker had identified these things because 3 years ago it was known that his app was insecure, a black hat hacker might have looked at the thing and said, oh, let me see what I can do with it, and then leveraged it by harvesting the data over time. Don't know if that's the case or not. The server logs would be what you'd need to look at for that. Are there server logs? Don't know. A responsible person would have them. Dave is not a responsible person, so it's unknown. Anyway, so the white hat has been in communication with the fresh out of college in India developer,
who apparently has not ever developed anything apart from this one.
Obviously not, right? Yeah, this was probably something. My guess, Fiverr, that type of a system was what was employed to find this person. So,
So you had that cease and desist. Do you think you'll get anything else?
Well, another trophy? I don't know. Yeah. Let me look at if I have another trophy right now. No trophies right now. Let me look on X. No trophy DMs. Let me check on my other X account here.
Nugs, no.
What?
That's super chat for Nugs automation.
Nope. Nothing there. Amazing. Nothing from Dave saying, hey, an apology for lying in the cease and desist. Oh my gosh, Nug says Lady Dearth sounds super sexy. I'd mash a potato. Oh my gosh. Gross.
Oh, some people shouldn't have the internet.
Yeah. Nugs, you're grounded from the internet for a week. All right. All right. Lord Illuminous Pooh says werewolves have long dramatic transformations and their stories tend to be about self-discovery, making them magical girls. In this essay, I will...
Sorry, that's the closest you're getting.
Did you put lipstick on it?
Yeah.
You could put lipstick on a potato. I don't know. There's something that finishes that statement. I don't know what it is, but something about putting your head up a cow's back end. Is that how it goes? I'm just thinking of Tommy Boy.
When I was a young boy, I grew up on the farm. I'm a country boy. And I used to fuck the cows and the pigs. I used to fuck the pigs and the cows would come and I would pat them and look into their pigs look gorgeous and cows are beautiful. I love the look of cows.
Did you hear that as well?
I did. It's disturbing. Ever
just in my
so disturbing. All right. Mikey, Steve 660. Steve 660 says Mikey Smith's car is a sandwich board. Have you seen his car? He has a gigantic flat earth propaganda wedge on the top of it, and he drives around and people are like, look at that guy. I don't know if he's mentally able to be driving a car.
This morning, I went to the toilet.
Good job.
All right, come on.
Holden McGroin says, who's been a member for 8 months. Holden McGroin has been a member for 8 months, says, thank you for your resolute defiance of stupidity. Hashtag Dave is a scammer. Holden McGroin. That's so good. And just like you, he's Scottish. How is the McGroin clan there up in Scotland land?
Well-known McGroin clan. Yeah. They're the ones that don't wear kilts.
Oh, so their tartan is invisible?
Yeah.
And just like you under your kilt, there's nothing. Correct? Holden McGroin.
Yeah, you're not supposed to wear anything under your kilt. So,
Apparently. Now it's not well known, but underneath all of these clothing, I'm completely naked.
You as well?
Yes.
God.
You do that too?
What? Yeah, I may have lost enough weight now to fit back into my kilt that I got married in. Who can quote in the comments here what I said to Kyle when he was talking about Buzz Aldrin and lying about what Buzz Aldrin said? Who can quote in there what I said to Kyle? What did you say?
I kind of just let it. I was tired. In my defense, I was tired. All right. Darkstar 4400 says the wonderful thing about the internet is that it levels the playing field. The terrible thing about the internet is that it levels the playing field. Harlan Ellison. Let's see. Only drink the middle part. Piss? No. Ask Santos about lipstick on a pig. No. I suddenly have to listen to back some. No. Something about magical underwear. Max. Yep. No, nothing. Nobody really got it. I mean, Max is on the right course. It might have been enough to jog people's memory.
You flat earthers are demented.
Yeah, we know.
Oh my gosh. You can tell he was built by the tilt of his kilt. Oh my god. Oh, the other thing, similar to Darkstar, the wonderful thing about the internet is that it levels the playing field. The other thing, on the internet, you can be anybody you want to. But for some reason, flat earthers have decided they want to be idiots.
Yeah.
Man, nobody got it. Okay. I thought I was taking a bit of a stab at him, and I looked at his face after that, and he did not like it.
What did you say to him?
Oh, I'm going to see if anybody gets it. We'll see. Icy Spin says dearth requires a retainer. Oh, that's great.
Dearth needs a container, which he's probably going to be in one after.
Well, they're not typically. It's typically monetary fines instead of jail.
When you can't pay that money.
I don't know about, maybe you still have these over there, but we don't have the what's it called, the debtor's prison. You still have that though, right? Is that over there?
Well, it's just prison. It's just a crime not fulfilling your financial obligations.
But what happens if you don't do it?
You just go to prison for a bit.
You do. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think that happens here. So. I don't know. I'm not a lawyer. Go ask your lawyer, Dave. SSJ Honey Badger says I sent specifics via email. Wrong email. No, I got it. I've been busy, dude. I've got Antarctica coming up. I've got
Antarctica. Yeah. I noticed you guys have sent a lot of super chats. That's amazing. However, it'd be better for Toon right now if you scan that QR code and send that money you were going to give in a super chat to sending him to Antarctica and allowing him to come back. At the moment, he's got enough money to go there.
Ooh.
Just not to come back.
Holy cow. Walter Bislin, $1,000. Walter Bislin, you are the man. Holy cow.
Just put that into your fundraising.
Yes, on my GoFundMe. Holy cow. Walter, thank you so much. Walter's website is absolutely invaluable. I love it. It's so good. So good. Okay.
Not enough to bring him back. It's free to go to Antarctica, but it's 40 grand to get out of it, basically.
I'll update the tally here in a little bit. Is it Mr. Shonk or Mrs. Honk? Help me. You need to help me.
I go with Mr. Shonk.
I think it's Mr. Shonk. Says woke Craig. He uses pronouns. I don't know. I think that's what I'm missing it. Okay. Steve 6464 with a member super chat says I'd rather see sexy Craig than Dave Weiss. He's got a point. I'll give you that. Kango 44 says I need to keep that image up. I just need to finish. Okay, 5 seconds. 5 seconds.
Oh, I think he already finished. I had it up before he's fine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's out the back having a fag right now afterwards. A cigarette. Yeah.
That has a different meaning here.
I know, I forget. Do you know that faggots are also little balls of meat in gravy?
I did not know that, but it's also a bundle of sticks.
Yeah.
Okay. Madeline May, is that right? Madeline May says, how do flurfs explain LIGO / gravitational waves? Mostly by just pretending that nothing happened. They, the people that actually have responsibilities and are held accountable for the things that they do built LIGO, tested it, confirmed it, and when they measure gravitational waves using LIGO, there are other things that they are able to identify that happen at other places, like supernovas that they see, or in other ways. So it's multiple lines of confirmation that happen simultaneously. They're not purely simultaneous. Their measurements are so precise that they're able to measure very small differences in time at different locations. So flat earthers just say, nuh-uh. That's it.
Nuh-uh. Yeah. Vince said a lot in the debate I had before this stream. Nuh-uh was the main argument.
Yeah, that is one of their, their favorites. Yeah.
When I asked him for a measurement to show that the Earth doesn't move, he went, "What, you want like numbers?" No.
Yeah.
I just use my senses.
Your senses. Are your senses sensitive enough to measure that? That's what's crazy. Okay, I'll use my senses. It looks like the sun is setting. Oh, no. That. All right.
They asked. It's your chat's fault. Okay.
All right, Kango. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There you go. Everybody knows that's all you need. There you go. iSolder74 says, I've done the Cavendish and also did labs with charges and electric fields. These fools bank on those who have never done it. If you present things against, he now plays the devil card. Yep. It's the devil.
Yeah, demons.
Now, for reference, Dave is a non-practicing Jew. He's not a religious person. He's doing it because his audience will buy it.
Hold on. Correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't there no such thing as the devil for Jewish people?
I did not know. So I asked Round Thinker, and he said
hell's not a thing, right? It's
different. But he said, yes, that is a thing in Judaism. So
right.
It's very different than in Christianity. I don't know, it's different. I'll just say different in several ways. So people nitpick all day long about from one extreme of the cartoon guy with the pitchfork and a spiky tail all the way to, all sorts of other things. Whatever. people have their own conception of it. So Dearth says it not because he's a religious guy, but because it sells.
Yeah.
That's why. Okay. Luke Filewalker says, on today's episode, we asked the question, is reality somewhere? Somewhere. Nugs Automation says, Lady Dearth sounds super sexy. I'd mash a potato. Nope. Lord Illuminous Pooh says, the real reason you can't stick a fork in a toaster is you might accidentally get one of the wizards inside and they'll cast chain lightning.
Yeah, you're not allowed to do that.
Don't do that. The chain lightning that's stingy. Lord Illuminous Pooh says, lipstick on a potato doesn't make it a hot potato.
Hot potato?
So we have a garden, and in the United States, a garden is a place where you put food that you eat that grows out from plants, right? You put plants in the garden, and then later you eat the plants that you put in the garden. That's generally what a garden is. You mean backyard when you say garden. You're weird. So in our garden, we grew a bunch of things. We had a ton of cherry tomatoes. They're like candy. But we also grew a whole bunch of dearths. And so I didn't know that they were going to work well, because sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. And my wife is like, all right, so all of the vines from the cucumbers and the gourds and the squash, none of them, they're all the same amount of edibility. None. Well, I mean, if you pickle a cucumber, they're great then. So I made some pickles. So anyway, so I'm digging them, I'm pulling them back, and I go, oh look, there's some dearths in the ground. So I harvested a whole bunch of dearths. So we have a whole bunch of dearths that we need to deal with. Yeah.
Yeah. So I like some mashed dearth. I like some roasted dearth. You can smash up some dearths and put garlic cloves in them and cook them in some olive oil, and it's lovely. Yeah, you can cook and eat dearths many ways. Just don't ask them about science or physics.
Yeah, my favorite is probably like a well-seasoned waffle fried dearth.
Yeah, that's not bad.
That's yeah.
In Scotland, you can turn a dearth into a thing we call a tatty scone.
Tatty?
A tatty scone, yeah.
So is that TA'Ty?
No, TATTIE, tatty. This is
But you skipped the two T's in the middle. You said tatty.
Just ask the Irish.
We do that in Minnesota too.
Mince and dearth. Oh, that's so good.
Oh yeah, twice baked dearth. Have you tried distilling dearths?
Yeah.
Well, they do that in
Russia.
Russia to make vodka. Yeah, they make vodka from dearth. All right, so
sauteed dearth. That's a good one.
In Minnesota, in the winter time, you have the thing that you put over your hand to keep it warm that does not have individual fingers, so not a glove. Right? It's got a thing for your main fingers and a thing for your thumb. What do you call that?
A mitten.
See, we don't call it that. We call it a mitten. You hear that? There's no T's in there when I say it, but there's two T's there. So those two T's,
Spell it.
MITTEN. So those two T's went somewhere else, and someone somewhere else on the globe is pronouncing a T where there shouldn't be a T. You know that?
Okay, possibly it makes sense. I mean, the English language is confusing.
Yeah. Like, I'll give you a more concrete example. In Wisconsin, when their hands are dirty and they put it in the sink with water and soap, what are they going to do to their hands?
Wash them?
There you go. But no, in Wisconsin, they wash their hands. Do you hear that? W-A-R-S-H. But I found where that R came from. Because in Boston, what do they park? When they're driving around and then they go park, what do? What are they parking?
Parking their car.
No, they're going to park their car. That's where the R came from. The R's like, hey, I'm in Boston. I'm supposed to be here. And they're like, oh, I got nowhere to go. So they're like, well, I'm packing my bags, getting all my toys, and I'm moving out to Wisconsin so people can do their wash.
Wash.
I'm not kidding. That's what seriously. They do the wash. It's crazy.
But it's like trying to, if you tried to spell how an Australian says hello, like hello.
No. Australians, like, I don't know. Who has mangled English more? Australians or us?
Australians. Australians are like people from London from the 1800s that got really drunk and just took Cockney rhyming slang too far.
Well, I mean, people from England from the 1800s committed crimes, then wound up in Australia for some reason. I get that. Mm-hmm. That makes... I'm sorry. Never mind. I was joking. That never happened. That never happened.
Oh my God.
I'm going to get in trouble with the Aussies here.
Australia's not real, remember?
Yeah. Apparently.
Off of the coast of Florida.
Hold on. All right. There you go. Poll is up. All right, I gotta. Lord Luminous Poos says McCrazy's wear McCrazy's wear cellophane kilts. You can clearly see their nuts. Oh my gosh. Slithery says, why did Barbie never get pregnant? Because Ken came in a different box. Oh, that's so... What is... Okay. SpaceX from Kango 44. SpaceX catch a 500-ton rocket larger than the Statue of Liberty, traveling 3 times the speed of sound. Next day, a photo on the internet does not understand the sunsets. 2024.
Yeah.
For sure.
Scientists in the 60s inventing all amazing technology and everything. Scientists in 2024. No, the Earth's not fucking flat.
Darkstar 4400 says, in the United States, you generally cannot be jailed simply for not paying your debts, as debtors' prisons were outlawed by Congress in 1833. But in England, you still can. Fun fact.
Yeah. Basically, if it gets to the point where you've got nothing they can take away and you're just ignoring the orders to pay, they just go, okay, well, then you're just going to go to prison for a bit. And I think it's literally until you agree to pay it.
But if you don't have, I don't get, like, if you don't have the money,
then they will have to get you to agree for a garnishing of your wages or something like that.
Okay, that makes sense.
Your benefits or something.
So in the United States, if you owe and you're employed, you can get your wages garnished. Like it or not, right? You don't get a choice. Like your employer will send the money elsewhere before you get it. So, all right. We got Lord Illuminous Pooh says, and boom goes the dynamite. I don't know what's the context of that.
He just finished looking at the female FTF. I'm sure.
Nasty. Ken in another box. Oh no, it's Andy says, as a member of Super Chat, Ed Einstein says, Wireflare selectively word blind, projection on their map, words in the actual papers failing to find the ether. Because they've selected the outcome and everything has to match the outcome. That's why.
Yeah.
They do not
science. Well, they do science. They do the reverse of science.
Yeah. And don't care about the answer, about lying.
And you have to remember that every flat earther knows more about the Malthus and Morley experiment in the paper than those who conducted and wrote the paper.
Yeah, though they never read it.
No.
Right. A couple, like 2 or 3 have read it. But I love it when they bring it up. You're like, oh, I'll bring it up on screen. And I'm like, well, what page do they say that? Like, oh no. like you never looked at it. It's on screen right now, and you're talking about it. Obviously, I've read it. You haven't. Got a problem there. But they'll keep going. They're oblivious to the fact that they've just been completely demolished by their ignorance, exposed in their ignorance. Anyway, we've got Mr. Shonks is David Weiss versus Eric Dubay. What kind of engagement would this Weiss v. Dubay be, Craig?
It would have to be a pillow fight. Except the pillows are full of
bricks, bricks.
The pillows are full of maces.
The maces that spray, or the maces that's a stick with a lumpy metal on it?
The second one. And mixed in with the odd bit of bear mace as well. Why not?
Now, so question to the flat earthers: does mace and bear mace taste different? Micah Ray says, to clear the record, MC Toon, deadish prison ended in 1890s in the UK. The only way to get imprisoned for debt in the UK now is if the court has reason to think you are purposefully not paying. Okay.
Right. Yeah.
I suppose that might.
So basically, if you're refusing to pay, if you've got the funds, you've got the ability, but you just will not agree to give them the money.
Yeah. Okay. Deadpool 2028 says, ever had an Irish cocktail? It's just a pint of Guinness with the dearth stuck on the side of the glass. I prefer Irish cream.
Just refer to potatoes as dearths from now on, please.
Yes.
It's just a thing.
Yes.
Okay.
So, do you know what I did almost a year ago? I watched the Star Wars Holiday Special in one sitting. And had a pint, and I had a pint while doing that.
I don't understand. You can still see and you speak. How did you watch the Star Wars Holiday Special?
Because I had a pint.
But I've heard the only way to successfully watch that is like to be in an induced coma.
Well, the pint that I had was was a lot. I mean, it was a pint. Okay. You know what it was a pint of? You're thinking it was a pint of what?
Dave Murphy special?
No. Yeah, it was.
Right, anyway, Disney, come here, Disney. I just start. Can you just let go of Star Wars? It's done. It's time to just put it to bed, okay? Please stop. It's already dead. You're just like poking a corpse. Disney, stop it.
Does nobody
let Hugh Jackman retire?
Nobody remembers. I mean, people remember. This is how powerful the Star Wars Holiday Special is. Nobody remembers what I had a pint of, but they do remember watching it with us. It was myself and Industrial Nerd. But there it is. Nope. Nobody has it yet. Ketamine, Flurf Tears, Guinness, Polish vodka, creme de menthe. No. Wow. There you go. Nick N gets it.
Baileys.
Nick N.
Had a pint of Baileys.
Watch this. Watch this. Here we go. Nick N. Watch.
You had a pint of Baileys.
Boom. I did. So by the end, I was enjoying it much more.
Okay, that checks out. I bet you can't remember it.
The ending is a bit fuzzy. I'll tell you that.
As it should be.
Like, it's so bad. Oh, I still have the scene in OBS. Like, I still have it. Okay.
If anyone wants to try a good but unknown drink, it's a mixture of Baileys and Tia Maria.
What's Tia Maria?
It's another liqueur.
Okay. That sounds good. I'll have that.
Good.
So, okay. I have not had an Irish cocktail, but maybe I would. NA says for $6.66, words are hard. They are.
They are.
Icy Spin says, built a dearth cannon one summer. My life's better for it. Have you ever built a dearth cannon?
Yeah, many times. In fact, even better, just you can get a straw and stab it into a dearth.
Oh, there's no explosion in that kind of a dearth cannon.
True, but it's still quite fun.
So, all right, what is your fuel of choice in the dearth cannon? Chat.
And it says, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" I think they mean because of the Baileys and Tia Maria. Trust me, honestly.
I'm gonna have to. What a Tia? All right, hold on. Tia Maria.
Yeah. Ropey says, "Try Baileys with Tia Maria and Cointreau." Yes, that's also a good one.
Oh my
Just
gosh.
gets you super drunk.
Dark coffee liqueur. Oh, yeah. I really like Bailey's and Kahlua. So it's the same thing, right? Essentially.
Almost.
Yeah. I'll have that. Thank you. I'll have a pint of each, please.
The multi-dimensional scientific calculator says FTFE wants to be a rich commie.
A what?
Communists don't get rich. Isn't the point of being a communist is everyone has the same?
That's a pretty fundamental part of it. Is that somebody in the chat here?
Yeah, multi-dimensional scientific calculator or something. Yeah, the multi-dimensional scientific calculator. FTFE wants to be a rich commie. Well, if I was a rich commie, everyone else would also be rich, and it kind of would be pointless.
Bailey's and butterscotch schnapps. Oh, that sounds good. That sounds good. Yes. Weren't you guys watching a dearth video? Yes, we were.
Yeah, probably, but we can only take so much dearth in one sitting.
I know, for safety. I'm almost caught up with the super chats. Lord Illuminous Pooh says American English lures other languages into dark alleys and bludgeons all to death, while the Welsh keep stealing all the consonants. That's perfect. Forbidden One says, a member for 8 months says, I've been watching since your Flat Out Hero Challenge completion. Thanks for the endless entertainment. Also, can we see Craig's Titicakas again?
I don't know if I'm allowed to get naked on this channel.
Oh my gosh. Just tell me when it's done.
I'm sorry, I'm not going to get naked. Not today.
They want to see your I think they're asking for female FTFE.
Here we go.
Blackness. It came back. Okay. Lord Illuminous Pooh says Caribou Lou, 151 Malibu rum, and pineapple juice. Oh my gosh. 150. It doesn't matter what comes after 151. It's all the same. It's 151. There's nothing else there to taste. Is there? I don't know. That's something. But yeah, it probably tastes good. I kind of like 151. It's okay. Lord Illuminous Pooh says KCT, Kansas City Tea, a shot of Hennessy, and Sprite with a twist of lemon. What this is now drink hour? William Foley says Welsh steal the consonants and sell the vowels to the Hawaiians. NA says my favorite cocktail is whiskey with whiskey.
It's a good cocktail. I quite like tequila with some tequila.
Yeah. Okay. Are we?
Add a bit of tequila.
We're caught up. Ah, gross. Sorry, people, prepare yourselves. You were warned. Okay. Here we go.
Has a negative charge to it, measurable, testable, repeatable, provable, negative charge to it, and the sky is a positive charge. So anything above the earth.
So here's what comes after so in reality, according to reality. So things that have a positive charge would be accelerated down, and things with a negative charge would be accelerated up. But the differential in charge is so incredibly minute that the amount of the acceleration is trivially small. But he's about to lie.
Anything above the earth. Hey, by the way, Jim.
Sorry, what was that?
Not only that, but the sky is a negative charge, or positive, whatever they say. It's only So that's not even true when you go up after a certain amount of distance, yet things still fall down.
It stops at about 50,000 feet. It tapers down so that near the surface, it's between 90 and 120 volts per meter. But as you go up in elevation, it reduces that amount, and it stops at around 50,000
Ashton Richards, new idea, Witsit or armpit?
Ugh.
That's harder than dirt or potato.
Ugh. I don't. Gross.
We're going to get through the whole thing, but it's really easy.
Yeah, okay.
It's really easy.
Okay.
So I'm going to keep it. I'm going to keep it easy. So we can test that. So we can take things like I got these helium balloons here left over from a party, and there's just a button right here, and it's floating like 2 inches above the ground. And this line, that wire, goes to a Van de Graaff generator, and we're going to introduce.
So now, for reference, for those wondering, the claim that Dearth was talking about with this positive negative thing is that the Earth is a the voltage field is about 90 to 120 volts per meter. So it typically says 100 volts per meter. So all you would need to do to reverse the field would be to have a charge that's slightly more than 100 volts per meter, which is pretty easy to do. But he's hooking it to a Van de Graaff generator that generates 20,000 volts. Not at all the right thing.
Charge to it. So when we add a positive charge to it, all of a sudden it's more attracted to the Earth. Am I changing the gravity, or am I changing the electric?
What he has identified is that there are multiple forces that can act on an object.
Yeah. More. So what happens when he turns off that Van de Graaff generator? Down.
It goes back.
You can explain that?
No, he's not.
Oh, I can't hear you.
You can't hear me? Can anybody hear me? Hold on, let me check. My audio might have.
What's going on? Why can't I hear anything?
My audio might have gone wacky. My audio is good. It's who's muted? I'm not muted. Think we can hear Craig too.
Hello? You can hear me, right?
I can hear you.
And they can hear you, so why can't I hear you now?
Yeah. And they can hear you. So Craig, you can hear me? Craig, you can't hear me? You can hear me. I don't know.
Mic check.
Hold on.
I'm getting, I just can't hear you. You turned off the feed to me?
All right. Did that do anything? No? Yes? How about now?
There we go. I can hear you now. What did you do?
I rebooted that audio channel. So I use loopback to route audio, and the newest version of it is a little buggy, so they need to fix that a bit. So how did that happen? Every once in a while, the audio channel in loopback dies. It's a bug in loopback, and I'm waiting for the fix. I haven't reported it to them. Maybe I should. I figure other people are seeing it. But.
Because computers are powered by little monsters that live inside, and every now and then one of them dies, and if you don't replace that monster that's doing that particular function, then you get a problem. Then you get like a backup of all the dead monsters that you have to deal with. That's when you have to send your PC for repair, right?
That's totally how it works.
It's worse when you get those cookies get everywhere. Like the crumbs get right in your hard drive. And
do you eat cookies like Cookie Monster? That's not he's not actually eating them. They're falling out to the side. You're not supposed to do that.
I thought it was like when you smoke, you just kind of inhale it and let it back out.
Icy Spin. This is a good one. In reference to Kyle Adams, you're going to like this, Craig. A ring. Oh my gosh, is it green? Did he have to hold a lantern to power it up? That wasn't the one I was thinking of, but that was a fun comment too. Okay, it was when he was lying about what Buzz had said. And I said, he said, you're lying. And I said, your magical underwear doesn't approve of you, or something like that. because he's a Mormon and they wear, I don't know what they call it. And I'm like, well, all right, that's a little rough, but it's funny, but it's a little rough, naughty, but it was funny. I thought, don't fall for that parlor trick. The balloon is grounded. It is. It's touching that wire. I mean, all right, let's play it a little more.
To it, right? And then when we discharge it, it goes back up. Now we can do the same thing with a negative charge. You put a negative charge into something and it repels itself from the earth. Are we changing gravity or are we just changing the electrical charge? This is a drone from MIT. It looks like a bunch of milk crates, and there's no moving parts, and it flies just by changing its electrostatic charge. You know,
this absolute.
That's not a drone that's flying with electrostatics. There's blades in that.
There's blades in that?
Yeah, it's not what he's claiming.
Can anybody find that and send it if we can, like right now, if you could find it, and then we could find the actual details on it? That'd be great. Okay, Zoomy, yeah, they're called temple garments. Thank you. They don't call it magical underwear. I know I'm being a little insensitive. So, all right. I've got...
I got the information it was. I don't have it here right now.
I got, let's see. Round Thinker sent me a thing. Thank you very much, Round Thinker, for that. So for reference, some people have asked, what is the most efficient way? Most efficient way that has the least amount of fees is Cash App, because Cash App has a single fee that is a bank transfer fee. All right. Oh my goodness, there we are. I'm going to update this right now for everybody to see. Are you ready?
Right. Okay. Right. So that drone, basically, it's still got blades and everything to fly, but it's got electrostatic thrusters to move it backwards and forwards.
Oh, the horizontal is electrostatic.
Yeah.
So it's not defying gravity at all. But the things that defy gravity, it's not defying gravity. It's not like gravity stops existing. As soon as you turn off those things, it falls to the ground because of gravity. All that he's done is identify that multiple forces can act simultaneously on an object. This is how stupid flat earthers are. You have to not understand that multiple forces can act at the same time. Let's imagine that you're trying to move a dresser in your house and you're pushing it and you've got somebody else on the other side pushing the opposite direction as you, and it stops you from pushing on it and it stops moving. Does that mean you're not pushing on it just because it stops moving? No, you're still pushing on it. It's so dumb. It's so dumb.
No.
All right, Mr. Toffee. I got another one there. Super, thank you. Okay, so here, Craig, right there. There's my current amount, $23,790.
Boom. Still not enough to bring him back.
Getting close. 23,790. Let's round up to 24. I need to pay ALE is 32,000. That's the bill to ALE. So once I'm there, then I'm absolute. At this point, I'm like, I haven't booked my plane yet. So I thank you very much. Mr. Toffees has a $2 super chat. This is, I sent what I could on GoFundMe. NA for 666 says, I have to remind FDFE again, the Green Lantern sucks. Just ask Ryan Reynolds.
No, Ryan Reynolds doesn't think that the Green Lantern sucks. He just thinks that movie sucked and he wishes he was never in it.
Okay. Oh, geez, I got a bunch here. Randomly Epic for $10 says, if you don't know the difference between burrow and burrow, you don't know your ass is from a hole in the ground. Your ass from a hole in the ground. Is Max still here? Max, are you in the chat? You are Mop says, hey fellas, yeah, even Flatzoid called Dave a fake flat earther. Dave's
Wasn't
app.
Dave on the channel recently?
I don't know. Think about this. Dave's app in the friend finder uses the globe.
The Hammerstein formula.
Dave has to use the globe for his flat earth app. Dave is a scammer. That app is a scam.
Not only is it a scam, it's a security risk.
Yeah, still is in the test. Is that link still in the chat? Can Craig, is it still working? Can you still see people's locations right now?
You sent me.
It's in the description of this video. You had it up earlier.
Hey, I did. You're right. Sorry, my brain. I'm gonna have to stop soon because I'm still feeling a bit rough and my brain has turned off a little bit. Let me see. Yeah, no, it's still working 100%. I just brought up all the locations of every single user on the friend finder.
Wow. All right.
.com/public/personal mapping LNAP.
It's in the description of this video.
Yep.
So
And it always makes me laugh how they change satellites to balloon.
I see spin. All right. Quote, Kyle, your holy underwear upsetting you. All right. So Joe King says, will I have to report all the donations to the IRS at the end of the year? Could be a nice tax bill. So I don't know. And if I do, then I have a business. I file a Schedule C for this. So it's a business expense. So it's 100% a write-off. So I have a business. My business is science education videos. That's what I file it in. When I use TurboTax, I say it's a science education video. So that whole trip is a business expense. So it won't have a tax implication for me. So thank you for thinking of that, though. So all right.
Only fuck with the IRS.
Yeah, don't mess with that. Like.
So did you know in England in the year 1432, the King of England increased the taxes from 1.3 to 1.5%, and they killed him?
If only. I mean, I can't believe that. I mean, it's oh my gosh, crazy. What was the Tea Party about? 0.5%?
Something like that.
But it was more than just that. It was about...
You just like coffee more or something? I'm not sure.
It was about a different country taxing our activities here. I think if it had been local, to go to the local government, I don't think it would have had the same reaction. But all right, Kango44 says Witsit or, and then he has the N, the word four letters, and it has a Z in it. That is, what the mustache guy. The mustache guy. Yeah. I don't think he is. I don't think it's quite there. I think he's adjacent so far. Unless now he's careful. He's
100% a racist.
He's absolutely a racist. But he skirts that line. He skirts the line. So is he a racist? Yes, 100%. We linked it earlier. He thinks that interracial marriages should not be allowed. Seriously. So. All right, iSolder74 says, don't fall for that silly parlor trick. The balloon is grounded. SSJ Honey Badger says, how come Flurf can't explain ecosystems? I've not heard that one. They can't explain anything, though. That's 100% for sure. Janusz Takas for 1,024 huffs says, dirt should be invested less into the ice wall or more into the firewall. And more into the firewall.
More into fire.
No, the firewall. This is a networking security issue.
I know, but we should just put them into fire.
I don't think so. Naughty Craig.
I didn't say we weren't allowed to give him some kind of protection.
Naughty Craig. Honey.
Don't set fire to dirt.
There you go. There you go. But
I'm not saying you should help him if he's on fire either.
But yeah, I mean, you've heard people say, I wouldn't piss on him if he was on fire, right? Unless I could piss kerosene. That's a popular saying, isn't it? I think so.
You don't need anymore. Why? Because your body has reabsorbed all of what was contained in your bladder that you would consider waste. Well, it's not waste, or your body would. There's no way it would reabsorb it.
Oh. Okay.
I have been lying to people about the Earth being flat for a lot of years. I did this to hide the fact I have a small penis.
All right, Nathan. TMI.
iSolder74 says the triangle flies using ions. The liar. Yeah. I mean, it's electrostatics in it. The ions are electrostatically charged. They're positively charged, and so it's accelerating them. It's an application of the third law of motion. There are particles moving. That's what's happening. It's a propulsion. It's not anti-gravity. It's not. He just fools people. He knows how to fool people. Astrocate says the only thing with more holes in it than Dave's arguments is the security of his flat Earth app. Absolutely. Wooter, hold on. I want to make sure I get this. It's scrolled off the screen there. Wooter Q von Bellingham says, I'm snapping my fingers. GoFundMe plus members. And then gifts 10 memberships. Thank you for that. If you are a recipient, then make sure to thank him too. And I'll check the... Yep. There it is. Yeah, all right. So, Wooter, I got you in the current number here. So, thank you very much, Wooter. I hope I'm saying that right. And Mr. Smith says, for £2, would send more, need therapy, though, because of FDFE pick. You see, you're setting me back, Craig. I know Kango had to finish, but Mr. Smith. No, oh, my gosh. Sorry, Mr. Smith. Look away. Avert your eyes until it changes form again. There you go. All right. Did we review enough of it tonight?
Yes, I think for tonight, definitely. I mean, you're going to see us review the whole thing after we've been on Jim's show on Tuesday, I think it has been moved to. They don't want us to stream it live at the same time, which is fair enough, but we're allowed to get a copy of it and put it on channel and stuff. So yeah,
there's no chance we'll be able to cover all of it. Because it's that 10-to-1 ratio, right? He says a lie. It takes 10 times longer to describe it.
Yeah. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to clip each of the specific lies, and just see if we can, within the 2 hours that we've got, at least go over each of the things he says and explain.
We should prioritize. We need to prioritize.
Yeah. The big ones that are kind of the things he's like really trying to lie about.
All right. At the top, listen quickly
about the app.
Yeah, app, security holes. Bitcoin challenge, fake. The founders of NASA, blatant lies. The thousands of people that personally saw SpaceX's launches themselves, including myself. What else? What else is like top of the list in live chat? Oh my God. Anything else, Craig? What else do you think?
I mean, I'd like to go over that whole perspective thing that he did and show Jim how he's lying on it. To be honest, it's less about debunking the bad science for me and more about showing that he allowed a liar on his channel.
Oh my God, sue me.
Oh no.
Sue me. That is terrible. All right. I'm warning you right now, people. This is as disturbing as you will ever see. You've been warned. You were warned. Okay, let's see. We got Universal Pictures logo. The Apollo picture, he says, is from 3 different missions. I don't think he covered that one with Jim. Yeah, Luke Filewalker. Nope.
Oh, I'm just seeing the female Durf. I feel ill.
You know, it's the suspension of disbelief didn't work because of too much hair. It doesn't work. It needs to have like the whole top be just this lumpy thing with no hair. Sue me. That's so bad. Oh my gosh! I go back. It's there. Blah. Okay. I got from. It does not use propeller. Okay. Well, hold on. So, all right. We have to do a little extra work on the whether or not it has propellers at all. I got from Eric E saying that it does not use propellers. So the whole point though,
it actually uses ions and creates a positive charge underneath. It doesn't
matter if it uses ions or not. The important thing is that if it used a propeller or if it uses ions, it's propulsion. Gravity is still there. It's just working in the opposite direction of as gravity. So,
yeah, we'll go over that.
It doesn't change the physics of it. So, did everybody get their Wooten thing there? Their memberships? Did you say thanks to him? Let's see what else. It looked like the final witch boss. This is why we can't have nice things. Okay. Yeah, that got everybody off track for the most important lies. Camera below table. That one. Yeah, that one's a big deal. Because there's 2 parts. There's the camera below table, but there's also the sun isn't sitting on the surface of the earth. It doesn't explain the sun setting. So, no. Okay. All right. 23, about 24,000 of 40. I'm 16 away. Thank you so much, everybody, for that. If you're on X, go find my post there, MCToon27. Also, I have been using my MCToon account there because Potato has my my main account blocked. So I've been tweeting to Potato on there. So did I say Potato? I keep saying Potato. Is that on accident? I don't know.
No, it's factual.
Sounds right. Okay. Mr. Smith, you need to. So Mr. Smith, hold on. Did Mr. Smith ask a question? That can I ask you a question? Okay. Yeah. So Mr. Smith, see how Icy Spin? I can see this one from Icy Spin because he tagged me, but it's a little harder. So anyway, Mr. Smith says, can I ask a question? Given that I'm just a drummer, are rockets more or less efficient in space? Does our atmosphere help or hinder them? Great question.
They're more efficient in space. Yeah.
What's that?
They're more efficient in space.
More efficient is the correct answer. So if you search on NASA's website, they actually give like the equation for how much thrust happens there. And you wind up subtracting the pressure in the formula. Yeah. You take like the area of the bell that is the rocket engine there, and that's part of it. It's the velocity of the particles that are shooting out, and you subtract the pressure of the surrounding medium. So it actually, contrary to what flat earthers think, you don't need to press off air, and it's more efficient when there's no air.
You can do that.
Yeah.
Yes. Same as a jet plane is more efficient the higher up it goes because it's got less atmosphere to push through, and it's actually sucking in air and combusting it to make an expansion of gases. So it's not pushing off of air. Jet planes don't push off of air. Rockets don't push off of air. It's impossible to push off of air. What would it push off of? It'd be pushing back to something that then just pushes back to pushes back to pushes back.
So think of this. Get a chair that has wheels on it, right? let's call this chair a wheelchair. Okay. Then what you do, you take this wheelchair and you go to the bowling alley. Even though your legs work, you get yourself in a wheelchair and you go to the bowling alley and you have your friend, me, bring you down the steps to the aisle, not the aisle, the place where you go, right? So at the bowling alley, you have the mezzanine area where you get your shoes and, right? And if you're in a wheelchair, you don't need to, you save on money right there. See what? But you're pretending that you need a wheelchair and you do all the things up there. And then there's 2-3 steps to get down to the part where you bowl. And so then you have your friend, for example, me, bring you down these steps, right? Just by really pushing you hard so that you fall down too hard and you go slamming down hard. These are things that definitely have never happened. Never. Anyway, so you get in this wheelchair and you bring them up to you have them roll up to the spot there where you're gonna send the ball down the alley, and you take and especially if your friend is like the guy that likes to use the heaviest ball he can find. This is a great example. So he gets the 18-pound ball and then he goes and launches it forward as hard as he can. And what happens to the chair?
Goes backwards.
It goes backward. Yeah, not actually. Try again. Think about it again.
Goes the opposite direction to when you let go of the ball.
Yeah, but it's on one arm.
Oh, it's going to go in a circle then.
You rotate.
Yeah.
So, not that I would know. Certainly this it definitely happened. Anyway, so what you need to do is you need to lock the wheels. But the reason why he thought this would work was because my other friend, who also got that same ride down the steps, was also in a wheelchair. So yes, myself, the able-bodied person with two people in wheelchairs, not actually needing a wheelchair, and their able-bodied friend knocking them down the steps as hard as they can. He had the lightest ball that he could find. It was pink and sparkly, and he launched it, and his chair hardly moved. So the other friend, he's like, I'm going to really whale this down. So the light ball didn't have that experience. The heavy ball did. Neither of them were there. They're both the same size. So they both press the same amount into the air. You can really figure this out as if you get in a chair that will roll backwards, right? And take a basketball and just launch it forward. Then take a bowling ball and launch it forward and see what happens different. It's not the air. iSolder74 says the magic triangle does nothing in a vacuum. That's a great point. Anyway, these things never happen. These are just like hypothetical things that may have happened in a different universe. Just, Nugs Automation needs to make a wallet picture. Gross. Nugs. No, naughty Nugs. I would never tell you that the picture came from Zoomy Tomato and that you could probably figure out how to connect with Zoomy Tomato to satisfy whatever weird thing it is that you want to satisfy. Okay, Craig. That's it. Are you ready? What is your favorite? Back up. What is your favorite game show?
My favorite game show, Dearth or Potato.
Dearth or Potato. Everybody, thank you very much. Oh my gosh. I didn't know. We don't need. You know what? I can make that go away. Everybody, bye. Everybody, love you. See you.
Pick it up, pick it up. Is it Death? Is it Potato? Watch the screen and wait for the show. What's revealed? We're dying to know. Is it Dearth or a Potato? Check it out. Dearth or Potato? Yes, I'm right, let's go. Dearth or Potato? It's the game that steals the show. Look at the picture, don't make a mistake. Is it a spud or is it a face? Out of the ground or from his own behind? Dearth or Potato, what will you find? Right on! Can you tell what's underneath? A derpy mugshot or a root beneath? With every guess, we laugh and cheer. Is it dirt for a potato? Let's make it clear. Hang it up, give it a show. Dirt for potato, let's go. Skank it out. Is it from the dirt or a funny disguise? Could it be a tater or a pair of eyes? What's in the ground or lurking around? Dirt or potato, where will it be found? Could it be smooth or full of lumps? Maybe it's grown on someone's big rump. Get your guess in, let's see what's true. Dirt or potato, it's all up to you. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Look at the picture, don't make a mistake. Is it a spud or is it a face? Out of the ground or from his own behind? Dirt or potato, what will you find? A pile of soil or a starchy friend? Guess it right and you'll ascend. Look real close, don't let it slide. Is it dirt or a potato waiting inside? Let's go, rude boys. Patch or a silly trick? Will you pick the right one or end up quick? Whether it's dirt or a golden spud, dirt or potato, here comes the flood. A mystery unfolds, what will it be? A lovely spot or dirt, can't you see? With every reveal, we're in for a laugh. Dirt or potato, it's the ultimate craft. Dirt or potato, guess it right, let's go. Dirt or potato, it's the game that steals the show. Beneath the earth or just pretend, a lump of soil or some dumb tread. Pick your choice, don't hesitate. Dirt or potato, now seal your fate. What's in the box, what will appear? A mash of dirt or something unclear. Make your move, we're almost through. Dirt or potato, it's all on you. Will it be fries or a dirty pile? Guess it wrong and we'll laugh for a while. Test your luck, it's time to go. Dirt or potato, let the guessing flow.